Hello, my dear students. Welcome to this new week. So we're going to start with week number 6. So let's check the content. As a learning objective, we have students will understand the dynamics among the environment, living things, and the role that human beings play in caring for this interrelation contributes to the nature care for its conservation and awareness of its possible deterioration. So, for this week, we have the value of responsibility. The topic is nature care, and the subtopic, do you have a pet? What's its name? So we're going to check the content. Let's go. Okay, so let's start with this activity. Read and underline the verbs in the following text. Write the verbs and their meanings on your notebook. So the first thing that we're going to do over here is just a listening. Please follow the reading. I'm going to start. John and the tree. John wants to build a house next to a forest. In the forest, there are lots of trees, flowers, and animals. There is a lake too. John takes his axe and goes to the forest. He talks to a tree. I need wood to build my house, he says. So the tree gives John some wood. John's friends visit him and they like his house. John and his friends go to the forest and cut down more and more and more trees to build more and more houses. Soon there are not more trees. There aren't any flowers. There are not any animals. The lake is dirty. The people are sad and thirsty. John goes to the forest. What happened? John asked the tree. You cut down the trees in the forest. Now the animals do not have food to eat or a place to live. The lake is dirty, so there aren't any fish, says the tree. What can I do? Asked John. Plant trees and clean the lake, says the tree. John and his friends plant trees and they clean the lake. Now the trees are tall and have leaves. There are flowers, the animals are back in the forest. There are fish in the lake. The forest is cool again. Everyone is happy. So, this is the reading. What are you going to do? You're going to identify the verbs. Okay, so let's start, for example, with the first sentence. John wants to build a house. Okay. This is the first sentence. I'm going to identify the verbs. Wants, it's a verb. Build, it's a verb. So you're going to write down the verbs from the reading on your notebook. And then you're going to look for the meaning of these words, of these verbs, okay? So that's it. Okay, so let's start with the next activity. Letter B, nature care. Before reading, answer the following questions. How do you think that the world will be in 2050? Do you believe there are going to be a lot of climate changes in the future? If so, which changes? So, first we're going to answer these questions and then we're going to read. Okay? So now I'm going to play the reading. Please listen carefully and follow the reading.
Read the following text. The World in 2050, page 16. Scientists already know for sure what will happen in the future. Compare your predictions about the future with the experts' predictions. Were your guesses right? One important change in the future will be the temperature. Scientists say that by 2050, the planet will have a temperature increase of 3 to 4 degrees Celsius. It seems like nothing, but it will have enormous effects on the ecosystems. Researchers analyzed greenhouse gas emissions, and not even the most optimistic scientists' formulas result in a low percentage. By 2050, the sea level will be 25 centimeters higher. With higher temperatures, the defrosting process in Antarctica will become twice as fast. The glaciers are going to melt. This will result in an increase in the sea level. Scientists' calculations say it will increase 50 centimeters by 2100. Another consequence will be floods. The likelihood of flooding in coastal towns will rise more than 9 times. The economic losses will be greater than $50 billion. The growth of the Himalayas will be another change. In 2050, the highest mountain range is going to be 165 millimeters higher due to the movement of the Indian plate below it. The nearby towns are worried about the possibility of earthquakes in the area. Eating fruits and vegetables is going to be difficult. There won't be enough crops to meet world demand. There will be serious consequences for species such as birds. Scientists say that in 2050, 99% of seabirds will have eaten plastics.
So let's start with the next activity, letter C. Answer the following questions with your opinion, okay? These answers are going to be very personal. So over here you have 4 questions. The first one, which is your favorite animal? Personally, I consider that I'm going to write over here my favorite animal is and you're going to complete. Personally, I like ducks, so I'm going to write duck. What characteristics does this animal have? I consider that the animals, dogs, are intelligent. Also, they are loyal. So for me, these are the characteristics for ducks. Number 3, if that animal could speak, what do you think it could advise you to take better care of nature? Okay, I consider that the ducks, ducks are going to say me, protect the nature. This would be the advice for me. Okay, number 4, how do you help nature? I love plant trees. Okay, so I'm going to write over here, I plant trees. But you have to think about another answers, okay? So, activity letter D, complete the stop hand game table. This is like a chantón, okay? Para la mano, yeah? So, this is a game. The letter that you're going to complete over here is letter D. So, I'm going to give you an example. Name, I'm going to put over here Darío maybe. City or country, it could be Denmark, which is a country in Europe, Denmark. Pet, for me dog, okay, with the letter D. Color, it could be dark gray. Fruit, okay, it could be blueberry. Plant, daisy, this is a plant, daisy. And thing, doll. Do you know the meaning of doll? Okay, so I have over here Darío, Dinamarca, perro, gris oscuro, vallas, daisy, muñeca, right? So you are going to try with another options. Think about this, or maybe you can look into the internet. You can, and then you are going to find the answers, okay? So that's it. And the last activity, as you know, self-evaluation. You're going to evaluate what have you learned in this lesson. So the first question is, did you learn the importance of taking care of nature? For me, taking care of nature is so important. So yes, I learned. I'm going to check over here. Yes, I did. If you don't, so you're going to check no, I didn't. Okay, remember that it's up to you. It's your answer. It's a personal answer. Okay. Number 2. Did you understand people's responsibility on conserving the environment? You're going to check yes or no. Okay. Did you do your weekly work with responsibility? Yes or no. So it's going to depend about what you think. Okay, this is up to you. Okay, so next, and that's it. We have finished activities for this week. So I have you to have success on this activity. Let's do it. It's your turn. Yes, you can. Bye bye, guys. Take care.